There are a few biblical passages in which do not fear or do not be afraid is written, but the details of the story clarify that this originates from deception or poor judgment. In 1 Samuel chapter 28, Saul furtively sought out a sorceress so he could commune with the dead Samuel. When the sorceress realized who Saul was, he told her not to be afraid. Saul's reign didn't last long after that. He had abandoned God long before, but arguably seeking advice from a human Ouija board broke the proverbial camel's back. Judges 4 portrays the end of Sisera, a Canaanite military leader who had oppressed the Israelites for 20 years. Deborah, judge and prophetess of Israel, enlisted Barak to repel Sisera's army. Losing most of his men and chariots, Sisera fled the battle on foot and hid in the tent of a local woman named Jael. Barak hunted Sisera, but Jael told Sisera not to be afraid. Despite being married to a friend of the Canaanite king, Jael was clearly not a fan of Canaan. Sisera met his end at the end of Jael's tent peg. King Jehoiakim of Judah burned prophetic scrolls written at God's direction by Jeremiah in chapter 36 of his book. Jehoiakim was not afraid of what God threatened to do to Judah for their disobedience. Jehoiakim was the last king of Judah. Babylon conquered Jerusalem, and Nebuchadnezzar sent many into exile in the process. Psalm 49:16 tells us not to be afraid when a man becomes rich, because essentially his gain will result in his end. Psalm 49:20. Camels can't thread needles. Matthew 19:24, and the love of money is the root of all evil, 1 Timothy 6:10. Thoughtful stewardship of earthly resources is an expectation for all of us. Regardless, this do not be afraid passage felt like a poor fit with the other devotionals. If we knowingly partake in unfruitful or destructive activities or actively construct nefarious circumstances that violate the two greatest commandments, Matthew 22:37 through 40, do not fear is unlikely to be good advice. Does it love? Is it loving? Will it love? If the answers to these questions are no, then perhaps some insightful redirection is appropriate. I'm grateful we've taken this journey together on the daily battlefield against anxiety and fear. Whether you've read one or a bunch of my devotionals, the time you've spent reading or listening to my words means a great deal to me. It is my sincerest hope that I may have imparted some small comfort as we strive to focus on God and do His will. Overcoming fear with faith requires consistent maintenance, and I hope the Lord blesses your struggle journey. May our heavenly author, architect, and arbitrator bless us in all that we say, feel, and do. As for me, it's time to concentrate on examining and embracing love in all its fullness and glory. Starting tomorrow, I'll begin a new devotional entitled The Greatest of These. Love can banish our fear and worry, and it is the foundation and essence of our faith and obedience in our Lord Jesus Christ. It would be a blessing if you joined me. You're invited to come with.